こんにちは。こんばんは、皆さん。はい。私はアレックさん。
Okay, this is enough. You've already gone too far. This is
we are the only international podcast, Adam. I got to cater to the other people out there. This is an international podcast. We got an international audience. I looked on our statistics, Adam. We have 2 hot listeners in Japan trying to get this PSVR media in their ears, and I got to cater to them right off the bat. People got to know what's going on, Adam. Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking other languages. Now I lost my flow. All right. Welcome to Play PSVR, the podcast, the biggest international presence in the PSVR community. That's right. We're worldwide, except for we don't have much in the southern hemisphere except for our buddy Turner, who shows up on the streams in the middle of the day for him, which is kind of odd. But Adam, how are you doing? I got one question for you, Adam. Before we get rolling, I got one question for you. Have you played Immortal Legacy?
So here's the thing. I ruined it. I apologize, listeners, for such a crappy introduction. Last week, Alex did the Ni Hao biatches, and I went back and listened to it. It was effing hilarious. That, I think, is easily the best introduction to any show that we have done. If you don't think so, let us know what's your favorite, because I don't think you can beat that. It was so funny. The inflection. It was kind of just like Ni Hao. I mean, it was just everything about it was perfect. And so now he's on this kick, and he thinks he's funny, and he's going to start doing a bunch of different languages.
It's not about funny, Adam.
It's racist. You're sitting there talking about konnichiwa.
I think you're the one that's making it racist, Adam. But anyways,
I am not.
Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, I do want to get the show on the road because we got a brand new PSVR newbie coming on in our second segment. I met him on Twitch. We'll talk to him a little later. We really only have one game to talk about in the first segment. Third segment, there are a ton of sales. They're dropping down. We're going to tell you what to buy. Don't worry. We got your back. And then we'll have some lively discussion. You know how we do. But first, it's got to be about the gamer juices, baby. So tonight, I've got Seagram's Escapes Strawberry Daiquiri. It tastes pretty good. I just took a little sip as you were konnichiwaing it up. And it's very good. It's only 3.2% alcohol, so I feel like it's a lot of water, but it tastes very good. I like strawberry. It was $1 at Kroger, so I was like, let's go. And so it was a very good pick. I'm enjoying it.
All right. I had to work late tonight, so I didn't really get to have much time to go to the Come and Go, see my homeboy behind the counter, get whatever he's dropping. So I had to make my own cocktail of orange juice and soda water. And I got a little dinner here of cookies and an almond croissant. So if you will indulge me, I'm going to be eating while we're discussing things. I'll try not to get the crumbs into the microphone too much. And I hope you enjoy watching me eat if you're watching this on YouTube, guys. So, bon appetit. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Bon appetit.
That's right. What did I say?
Tit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the Power A play of the week ends up being Jupiter and Mars. Alex played it for the Play PSVR Golden Stream. Wednesdays at 9:30 again. Watch us. If you're not there, screw you. Alex, tell me about Jupiter and Mars.
Well, this is the only game we played this week because I asked Adam if he played Immortal Legacy. That's kind of an inside joke from the Golden Stream. If you want to know why we're saying that, watch the Golden Stream this past week. You'll pick it up. Adam hasn't played it, but I played Jupiter and Mars. That's correct. Jupiter and Mars, I think it's the debut title from Tigertron. I've said it a million times, James Milky's studio. And it's, this res-ish game. It's an adventure title. It feels like a 3D Echo the Dolphin if I had to get down to it. You're swimming around underwater, you're sending out echolocation beats, and you're sending out vortex pulses just like Echo would do to break crystals, break rocks, free your sea creature friends. The game controls with the DualShock controller. There's no other alternative. You can do head tilt controls. I don't even want to mess with that because head tilt just makes me feel weird and sick sometimes, except for Vertigo Home. And the game, I haven't beat it, but it's going to be around like 4 hours long. I've not heard that it's a long game, and I can see how, if it does go too long, it's going to overstay its welcome. The price is $24.99. So that's the bare facts, Adam. How about you hit me up with whatever questions you have about Jupiter and Mars?
So the first thing is, I've watched a good majority of the first 2 hours because that was streamed before the even release was out. And then during your stream, you played a little past that point too. But it's kind of hard paying attention when you're just watching someone play the game. So what in general is it about? I know there's obviously two dolphins. Are you trying to like save the ocean or something? What's going on?
I'll be honest, I have no idea what this game is about. I've sat through the introduction a couple times now to try to explain what's going on in the game. Humanity's gone, man. The Earthwalkers are gone. Humans are dead, and the water has risen, and now we're living in a post-apocalyptic world, swimming around as dolphins. That's what's happening. You're swimming around, and you're just seeing sea creatures, and you're just unleashing the beast on sea creatures. Sea creatures, getting the oil spill off of them, getting the nets off of them, liberating them from all the pollution that is in the water that the Earthwalkers have left.
Okay, wait. I can't tell if you're joking or not. Are you serious?
I'm serious, man. That's what I'm doing. That's what we're doing.
Wow. Okay, that seems like a freaking game produced by Dawn, the soap, because they're always like, "Oh, we clean little ducks with oil on them."
What you got against soap, Adam?
I don't know anything about soap. That's a stupid idea for a game. Anyhow,
it came out on Earth Day. It's topical. I appreciate that they did it.
Okay, that is actually kind of cool, but whatever. So you're using the DualShock, so I'm assuming the control of the game, the actual controls are pretty simple, straightforward, and work.
So they do work. The one thing I would have to say is I really wish the game turned faster. So what happens is you can play this game in 2D, and it actually is more visually impressive in 2D. It's sharper, and I think it's pro-enhanced and stuff like that. When you play it in VR, it's kind of got some graininess to it. The textures just aren't as great, and things just aren't as sharp, which is unfortunate. When you play the game flat, you're actually two dolphins swimming around. You are Jupiter and Mars, and you control both of them. But when you play the game in VR, you take the perspective of one of the dolphins. I think you're taking the perspective of Jupiter. And then you see Mars swimming around. So it's kind of disorienting until you get used to it, to realize that you're not really controlling the dolphin that you see on the screen. You are a dolphin, and then there's the other dolphin on the screen that is swimming alongside you. So there were times when I was trying to dodge obstacles and spikes, and I was worried about hitting that dolphin into things. I really should have been worried about myself running into things and not worrying so much about him. Because of that, the controls feel kind of weird until you get used to it. Seems like you turn with the DualShocks left and right, and you can use the left or right analog stick to turn around, which is nice and handy, and you just kind of look around freely with your headset. It's a nice touch. It controls very well and smoothly, and I don't really have any issues with that. No tracking issues that I could tell. Didn't feel like the world was wobbling around me or anything. So, yeah, pretty straightforward controls.
Okay, that's interesting. I hadn't heard the fact that 2D, you're watching two dolphins, and in VR, you're one of the dolphins and you ignore the other. Which do you think would be better?
Honestly, I think playing it in 2D might be better, but you don't get the scale that you would get when you play it in the VR. Now, I'm going to have to say, I haven't played very much in 2D. It could have just been like the tutorial or the options menu or something, made it look like you're playing around as the other dolphin, but I'm pretty sure you had the two dolphins on the screen when you're playing in flat mode. So VR Grid, come at me. Drop the hammer on me, man, if I'm completely wrong about this. Either way, I wish I had both dolphins on screen and I was just some floating head behind them. That would be better for me.
Okay, so you kind of mentioned in a way what the game's about, but what is the actual gameplay? So it looked like you are a dolphin. You go to these, I remember seeing like maybe as a cavern or rock, and you hit some button and there's some echoes that go out and do something. Like, what's the actual gameplay like?
Yeah, so there's two elements to the gameplay, right? There's the main gameplay, which is just, it's kind of like how Rez has the different elements. There's the main element where you're just highlighting things and letting go of a button. Woo, a lot of fun. Same thing going on here. The main element of the gameplay is you swim around, you hit one button to echolocate and kind of flesh out the world around you, and you'll get pings from things that you can interact with, and they'll turn yellow when you echolocate them, and they'll slowly fade away, kind of like Stifled, Adam. And then when you find things that you need to interact with, you either hit the O button, and Mars will do a dashing attack and try to break something open or break a gate, things like that. Or you hit the square button, which sends out a vortex pulse from you, which also interacts with them. It does a very similar thing that Mars's dash does. It just works on different items in different ways. Like that's how you get like the dirt off of a baby turtle so that he can swim back to his mom. So the whole time you're playing, you're sending out vortex pulses, you're sending Mars to go attack things, and you're just echolocating the entire time. Now, the second element of the gameplay that I'm talking about is that this game is an audio-visual experience. So don't turn the music down. Listen, fully embrace the music and the sound effects. They're going for a Rez type thing. It's not as pulled off and straightforward as Res, and I don't want to compare this to Res too much if that's not exactly what they're going for. But it is an audio-visual experience. It's a very chill game. The game isn't designed to challenge you or tax you or get a high score or anything. The game is designed for you to explore these relatively large environments that are pretty colorful, and there's a lot of colorful flourish and things to be seen and explore and just enjoy the experience. So you're not here to like blast things and beat them up and stuff. It's just kind of a slow-paced, chill game, and I've heard people say it's too chill, and I totally understand that. But from my perspective, I dig the music that I'm hearing, and I love the visual effects. And the one thing I wish that they would just do is, don't make me hit the X button to do the pulse. If this game is a game where you enjoy the music, just go ahead and set that pulse, that dolphin pulse, to a rhythm and just automatically bounce it, man. Just get it go with the rhythm of the music and let me enjoy the music and see the pulse. It would be so awesome. So I'm a white boy. I don't have rhythm. I can't keep a beat, and so I can't enjoy it that way, but I would love it if I could. That would be a fantastic addition.
So when I was watching the game, one thing, not only I, but some of the other people who were viewing the stream, a lot of the question that came out was, it doesn't look like it would be that fun. To me, the music sounded pretty good. The gameplay looked rather subpar. It didn't look like that fun to play. But is that because we were watching it? So is the game more fun to play than it is to watch?
Yeah, that's something I said on the stream too, was that the game, it's definitely more fun to play than watch. And I knew while I was playing it that if you were watching me play this game, you probably thought it looked boring as hell, because it's just me swimming around in dark environments, hitting a button randomly and just hitting the same button to do the same thing. It's a pretty repetitive game. There's not too much going on that spices things up. Things kind of get tense in some situations. There's a little bit of variety in there, but for the most part, it's a chill game. You're swimming around and exploring. And if you're not a fan of like adventure games, or you're not a fan of just like relaxation games like Zing, or really, if you've played Echo the Dolphin, you know what Echo the Dolphin is like. That game is kind of chill. There's a little bit of action, but it's also pretty boring if you're looking for like a run and gun, shoot 'em up type game. This is just like that. It's really surprising that this game is so much like Echo the Dolphin, and people just didn't. I mean, maybe it's too obvious. Maybe I'm being the lazy guy grabbing the low-hanging fruit by referencing Echo. But it feels like that. It's a chill experience, and if you're wanting more action, you should probably look elsewhere. If you're looking for just kind of like a pretty audio-visual experience, this might be up your alley.
So that bears the question, the final question. Is this a buy or a sell? Or I guess avoid.
Buy or a sell? Am I going to sell
this?
A
buy or a sell. That's right.
Yeah, it's definitely not an avoid. I think if this game looks like something you're going to enjoy, you really liked Res for the things that weren't the fast twitch action, and you really just like the music and the chillness of it, then this might be something you'll be looking at full price, that $24.99. I have a hard time recommending it even for me at $24.99. Now, if you can get it down below $20, that would probably be my sweet spot. And then if it ever got down to like $10, I just feel like you don't really have much to lose. There's definitely $10 worth of quality in there for anybody who's willing to just kind of relax a little bit and swim with the dolphins.
$10 is more my range. We'll see. Maybe
they could be $3, Adam. You're still not going to buy it, you cheap.
Okay, so that's Jupiter and Mars. I honestly haven't really played any games this week, anything notable. One thing I did want to mention is that I did it. I platinumed Table of Tales. At the time, I was the only person, according to the PSN stats, you can see how many people have achieved all the different trophies. And there was a 0.0% platinum rate. No one had platted it. And then, boom, baby, here I come. Platted that bad boy. It took me 4 run-throughs, kind of like 4.2 run-throughs of the game. And you could go pretty quick because a lot of the story, obviously, the first time you play it, you want to listen to the story. And so that takes a lot of time. But in the follow-up playthroughs, you can just hit square and brush through all of the actual story and dialogue. That makes the game go a lot faster. There's still definitely some tedious points. I was able to platinum it because I didn't have any other games to play, so I was like, might as well do it. Also, that will make my 6th platinum for 2019. Alex, how many do you have?
I have 0, but I got to say something, man. I am 1 trophy away on 2 games to get Falcon Age, but I am busy putting out content for our listeners. I'm busy playing new games for our listeners while you're sitting there in the background getting platinums trying to start something with me, Adam. You big goober. I'm going to finish. We got MAYDAYS coming up, guys. MAYDAYS. We're talking about it again. We got MAYDAYS coming up. I got time to kill, man. I'm going to be killing that time with some Chroma Gun, with some Zing, with some Anyone's Diary, and with some Falcon Age. That's 4 right there that's going to take me. I could get all 4 of those in one day. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get all 4 of them in one day. I decided. That's it. I'm taking a day off work. I'm going to play PSVR until I get 4 platinums just to shut you up. And then I got like 8 games in my backlog that I bought just to kick your butt in the Platinum Challenge. You are going to be crying when I'm done with you at the end of May. May 31st, it's going to be like 18-5 because you're going to lose a Platinum because of how bad I'm going to toast you.
Okay, sure you will. Sure you will. So I do kind of want to stress because May is coming up. So I think mentioned it a little bit last week, but MAYDAYS, a special time for Play PSVR. How about you tell them what is MAYDAYS? What should they be looking forward to? What is it? How should they interact with us? What's going down, Alex?
All right, for those who didn't listen well last time, I'm going to go over it for you again. MAYDAYS, every day in May, Play PSVR is doing a golden stream at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern if you're one of those weirdos on the East Coast. And don't even get me started about Mountain Time. That's in the PM. We're going to be doing golden streams in the PM every single day. And what we want you to do is we want you to recommend games for us to play. Adam and I have games on our list that we want to play. Maybe you're not interested. Maybe you want to see Adam play 18 floors again. Maybe you want to see Adam play 18 floors 18 times in a row. That's what I want to see. So if you have a recommendation, you got a game you want to see us play, specifically either one of us, you can recommend a certain person. We might be able to pull that off. If you even have a thing that you want Adam to play shirtless, you want Adam to play bottomless, let us know. We're going to take things into consideration. We can't make big promises, but we're going to be playing a game every single day on the Play PSVR Golden Stream. I'm actually in contact with Guinness right now. I think it might be a world record, 30 or 31 VR games. I don't even know how many days are in May, but we're going to do
31, big boy.
We're going to do 32. We're going to do 1 extra day just so we can make sure we get that record. We're talking about 32 games in 32 days. Play PSVR MAYDAYS. Holla at your boy. Come on our stream on the YouTube or Twitch. I think put them all on YouTube, Adam. Don't even mess with the Twitch business so we can see the comments from the listeners. So send us an email, contact@playpsvr.com. Send us a DM and Twitter @playpsvr. We want to know what you want to watch us play, or else you're going to be seeing me pet the slipper on Conrad the Kitten for 15 days in a row.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so next we have Joe for segment 2. And here's the thing, Alex. I'm sick of talking to you because I think you're full. I'm ready for Joe. He's new. He's fresh. He's wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. So I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm sick of talking to you. Get out, Alex. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. See you in segment 2.
Sayonara.
Welcome to segment 2 of Play PSVR, the podcast. I want to welcome, because I'm sick of talking to Alex, my man Joe, or as you guys may know him, MMF Challenger. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
What's happening, everybody? I apologize for the phone quality today, but we're making spontaneous moves out here in Florida right now, doing some crazy stuff.
In Florida, so you're traveling. What you mentioned? It was like 8-10 hours to see a band, pretty much, right?
16 total hours of driving.
Oh.
Literally, the weather was nice out when I got off work, and I called my friend up, and I was like, "Hey, man, get in the car. We're going." And so here we are.
Dang!
You're already there?
No, not yet, dude. It's a long drive.
All right, just be safe. We've never had anyone die on the podcast, and I don't want that to start.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, my GPS signal just lost, so we'll be fine. We're beating Michael Myers right here.
All right, nice. Okay, so the backstory of Joe here is that we honestly don't really know him well at all. I was on Twitch, and I was just looking at people playing PSVR, and I noticed that this random guy, MMF Challenger, was playing Creed. And I was like, oh, whatever, I'll watch some Creed. And so I saw him absolutely kick butt in some Creed, and so talked to him and found out it was like he hadn't played PSVR for too long. Asked him on the show, and he's here. So yeah, dude, I thank you for joining so quick. You don't even know me. I could have been a total loser.
Yeah, and especially with you guys that wanted to talk on some weird apps and stuff like that, dude. I don't know if you're pulling my IP, if you're trying to, come to my house or whatever. I don't know, but either way, I'm here. It's fun. Yeah, that was actually my literal first time playing PlayStation VR was that stream. I started out with Beat Saber to kind of try to get used to it. Discovered that one of my motion controllers is completely bugged out, which I'm still trying to deal with. And then went from Beat Saber to Paranormal Activity to Creed. So you caught the very end of the stream.
Which one of the three is your favorite?
Out of the three, Beat Saber was my least favorite. I was shocked. Like I thought Beat Saber would be so much fun, but like I think it's because I have the bugged controller. To be honest with you, I really think that the controller ruined my experience overall. Happened to me with Beat Saber too. I had some bad tracking in situations, and it made me not want to play the game. Right, like it's not that we suck at it, dude. It's just the fact that this controller's messed up. You know what I'm saying, right?
I think we're too good for it. I think that's what's happening. Is we're too fast, too accurate.
I don't know about you, Joe. Alex sucks. I've seen him play games. He's horrible.
Oh my god, are you gonna take that, Alex? Come on.
I take it every night from Adam like that.
Your mom takes it from me. Okay. Joe, there's a little backstory, which I know because, you're new to us, you don't know. In the podcast previously, we talked about the fact that Alex is a huge boxing fan, loves boxing.
Okay.
And he obviously plays Creed, and he lost to a 12-year-old little boy. We don't even know if it was a boy. It could have been a little girl.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It was very tough.
Dude, I played my first online match after I beat the campaign, which, by the way, that campaign is very brief. Mm-hmm. And played my first online match, and this dude was just dancing at me, dude. He wasn't even fighting. He was just dancing and keeping his guard. And I was like, what the hell?
Did you rock him?
No, I got shit on. Like, I was just
dancing. Was he like dance fighting?
It was weird, okay? I don't know. And it looked creepy because, like, the character had all these dead eyes looking at me and stuff, and it looked like something just unnatural, okay? I thought that I was tripping. I thought I took acid or something.
Oh, man. Well, that's all right. I mean, at least the person probably wasn't 12 years old, so you're doing better than Alex.
Probably could have been. I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? Okay, so the first question we always ask a guest is, what is your favorite gamer juice?
Gamer juice.
Yeah. So you're drinking something while you're playing these games late on these weekend nights. What are you drinking? What is your go-to?
Yeah, it definitely has to be vape juice all the way. Just I don't drink it. It's just I consume that on my stream.
What's vape juice? Just pour it right out of the vape pen or whatever, and just right into the cup and right down the gullet. I like it, man. That's what I do too.
I send it, dude. I mean, like a lot of what my channel is based around the vape, and so I've got like a vape cam. When I play Guitar Hero, I vape while playing Guitar Hero and hitting crazy notes. Like the vape is the it's the yin to the yang. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to pick a juice, I guess I do drink G Fuel from time to time. But I'm not really like sold on it. You know what I mean? Like it's good, but I mean, why not just drink an energy drink? Like I don't know. You know what I mean?
Is it T Fuel?
Huh? G Fuel.
G Fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever heard of G Fuel?
Dude, he goes to like janky like.
I go to the Come and Go every night, and I find me a beautiful drink at the Come and Go. Some juice, whatever the guy behind the counter serving up. That's what I'm going home with. It's always kind of salty.
Comes and goes.
But yeah, like I don't know. G Fuel is kind of like the main one. Is that caffeinated powder that you mix in with a cup, and you know what I mean? You guys know.
I think we tried to get a sponsorship from them, and they were like, no.
Okay, that's why we're not calling them out. Like they're on bad terms.
Yeah, what am I sorry? I still don't know what G Fuel is. They must not have a big enough presence. They might need
yeah, maybe they'd be good if I had a discount code MMF for 20% off.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, so what's your favorite vape flavor?
Vape flavor right now has to be the blueberry lemonade. That is on.
That sounds like a good gamer juice. I don't know about vape juice.
I just want to come out and say I don't know if it's healthy to be vaping while playing PSVR. You might get some of that smoke of the vape smoke or whatever all up in the lenses and occlude your vision. Are you okay with that?
It actually happened. Yes, it did.
Oh dang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, someone told me to vape in Rocky Balboa's face, and I had to send it.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be rough. I just want to be. We got to be safe out there on these virtual reality streets. Don't vape up your headset, and you got to buy a new headset. It'll suck. Maybe that's why your tracking wasn't so good, man. You got vape all over your hands, your move controllers.
Maybe so.
Maybe
Okay.
so.
Okay, so moving from vape juice, I want you to tell us, because you're brand new to PSVR, like, what is your story? What got you interested in it? How long have you had it? And, like, why did you purchase it?
Well, I was interested in PSVR when I was making the decision to switch over to PS4 from Xbox. Like, whenever Call of Duty had all that, the contract thing. I don't know how much you guys know about Call of Duty, but anyway, their DLC and game access priority switched over to PS4. And so ever since then, I've kind of been thinking about switching over, whatever. But ended up deciding to get the PS4. But the reason why VR was in the discussion there is because the PS4 Pro allows for VR fluidity. It's going to be a nice, smooth experience. So I went for that. And ever since then, I kind of wanted one, but I was like, God, it's so much, just $250 just for that, So I was kind of hesitant. And then playing Guitar Hero one night, and I forget, or no, it was Waffles. Guffawful Waffles sent in $100 donation. And right then I was kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. That's $100 off VR. I'm going for it. So kind of just went for it right there, and literally waited for it on Amazon for a couple of days, and first day that I got it, I streamed it.
Nice. So you've had it for like a week.
Oh, tops. Yeah, I mean,
wow.
I played it twice. I played it once on stream, and then I played it one more time for a second stream. I haven't gotten the balls to boot up Paranormal Activity again.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
You're weak. Yeah, I've heard that that's a really scary game, and I'm afraid of scary games, so I haven't even touched it. And Adam is too cheap to purchase it, so we're just never going to experience it. So why don't you give me what is that game like? The little bit that you've played, tell me a little bit about it.
Man, it is so immersive. It's one of those games that you can't pause it. I mean, I literally just had to say, I don't care if I lose progress, I'm turning it off. Like, you can't stop. You start. I imagine it's probably like a 3-hour campaign or something like that. That's why there isn't an easily accessible off and on, option. But dude, it's really immersive. It really feels like you're walking through a crazy ass house that's haunted. They do a really good job of setting everything up.
I should really play it because I'm a fan of the movies, and what you're talking about is the same kind of thing that happens to me when I play a scary game. Is you got to start making decisions. You got to start like telling yourself to like man up, or just like turn this off, or it's not real, and things like that. And I never got that way with normal games, but in VR, you got to hype yourself up because you feel like you're there, man.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, and my main thing is like I would want to make that okay, it's fun to play it for an hour, and then I kind of want to jump off. I've never been big on single player games. It's hard for me to stay like focused and finish a campaign. I never hardly do that. So I think that was the main incentive to jump off. It's just kind of like, all right, whatever. Had fun with this for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you can go back and finish it. Like, so you've been playing flat games obviously pretty much your whole life. What's the thing? How big of a difference is VR to you? Like, were you blown away? Like, what's your initial thoughts on it in general? Now that you've played, those 3 games, that Creed, I feel like, is pretty immersive and totally different. Paranormal Activity got you a little scared. And, Beat Saber is neat, at least.
Yeah. Beat Saber is kind of goofy, but I don't know. It was pretty good. But yeah, no, as far as my general opinion and my main takeaway from VR and how I feel about it, I think it's definitely in a good spot right now. I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement. I feel like, more and more developers are going to put the eggs in that basket, and it's going to become it's going to become more of a priority to develop high quality games and stuff around it. And I'm really excited to see the next 5 to 10 years of it. I mean, it's going to be insane. Just the level of detail that they can put into games right now. And if they invest that amount of time into VR, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, dude, no doubt. I'm trying to think of good games to recommend to you. So you like multiplayer games?
He likes Guitar Hero. He needs to play Electronauts. It's not multiplayer, but it's a really good music-based game. You're more making the music than you are just hitting the notes. But I was a big fan of Guitar Hero, a big fan of Rock Band, and Electronauts kind of gave me that vibe. So it'd probably be a good game to stream if you're trying to get people to watch your stream because you're kind of making music live. Have you looked into Electronauts at all?
I've never even heard of it, dude. It's hard for me. I don't research games, so you guys are going to be telling me all kinds of titles I never heard of.
Well,
but yeah, no, that sounds very interesting. I'd actually be interested in something like that.
You have now heard of Electronauts. It's made by the same people who made Creed, so you know there's quality back there. But it's a really good game. If you like music games and those interactive type things, it's a really top-notch one.
Is this in like the $5 to $10 bracket?
It's a little bit more than that. I think you probably get it around 15 if you catch it on sale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you like I don't want to get in your personal life too much, but do you like dropping acid? Because if so, we got a game for you.
No, I don't drop acid, but
well, if you want to know what it feels like, you can play Vertigo Home. That's one of Alex's favorites. It's like $2. It's very limited in gameplay. It's not great, but if you're willing, you seem like a fun guy. You seem like you're willing to have fun and be open to experiences, and that would be one I think you'd have a good time.
I'm pretty sure Adam's hitting on you right now, dude. Are you just going to let it slide?
Not doing you. Hey, you want to catch a drink later, man? Let's go,
dude. Okay, so if you're in Florida, I mean, I'm a decent way from Florida. I would probably have a.
But he can get there. He can get there easily, man. 10 hours is nothing.
He's finding a will. Where there's a will, there's a way, man. Hey, I'm content. Let's get lost in VR together, dude.
I'll just fly down. I'll bring my headset, and we'll just play Vertigo Home together.
How about I handle the motion controllers and you handle the VR headset?
Oh,
Adam just told me
I can enjoy what I'm going to do for you.
Adam just sent me a text. He said he wants to wear your butt cheeks like a headset.
Get lost in my fucking world, daddy.
Oh my gosh, that's good stuff. But seriously, Vertigo Home is just it's stupid. I didn't like it, but Alex liked it. I think you would like it. Maybe, and it's like on the cheaper range. Alex, what other good like cheap games are there that we could?
And there's cheap games all the time, and it changes every week because they always have sales where games are going for like $2.99. It's hard for me to just say, oh, this game's cheap. Just in Time Incorporated is usually like $5. That's a fun one. It's not multiplayer. Good multiplayer games. If you like racing, Wipeout has a good multiplayer scene. If you like first-person shooters, you like Call of Duty, you should play Firewall Zero Hour. We don't really like it personally, but you need to get you an aim controller, and you need to play Firewall Zero Hour.
I'm trying to think of the one where all these scenarios are played out in slow motion or whatever motion you dictate, and it's like
super hot. Yeah, you got to get that for sure.
Yeah. I want to try that one. I'm interested in that one for sure.
That's
but
one of the best.
I really like the free roam aspect of VR, like you know the Ugandan Knuckles memes and all that kind of stuff. I want to get into that, but I don't think something like that exists on PlayStation, does it?
So you can, if you're looking for like a free-formed experience where you kind of make your own stuff, they got Rec Room, which is a free thing. You can try that out, and it's multiplayer, so you might enjoy that. It's kind of janky. And it's free, so I think they're mining data from you or something, but a lot of people don't care about that. So that would probably be up your alley, too, because it's free, and there's a lot of people goof around on there. They get some cool stuff.
That's what I like. Yeah,
I can't handle the jank, but a lot of people put up with it, and they have a great time. So I recommend that for you, and it costs nothing to recommend that to you because the game is free.
Yeah.
Dude,
gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean, I really like the free roam aspect of that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys are into PC gaming at all. I highly recommend this game called Hold Fast Nations at War. You guys should definitely check it out.
Okay.
We don't have time for PC games, man. We don't have time for flat games. We are in the headset nonstop, man. Just
Dude, I'm telling
all up in it.
This game takes you back to muskets, all right? It takes literally 30 seconds to reload after you fire your only shot, Okay.
That sounds like Firewall Zero Hour. You play around for you play around for 30
you have to
seconds.
sit in the waiting room for 7 minutes before you get to get in another game?
Yeah, right? No. This
Okay.
one's really lit, dude. Like, there's, 118 player lobbies or something like that? 160 player lobbies? And people just role play the whole time. Like, there's captains and stuff, and you, pretty much, if you just sound demanding enough, then people will just stand in a firing range line, and you just go, aim, fire, and it's pretty lit. I don't know. Great community. They're not toxic in there, which is lit.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I think most of the PSVR games I've played actually are pretty good in terms of the quality of people. There was Rec Room. Sometimes you get some kids, which suck because you never want to play with.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, there was one. I know everyone, all the listeners have already heard this, but I think it's hilarious. Last week, for one of our weekly streams, I went in Rec Room, and they have a disc frisbee type of, like frisbee golf. And I went in there, and there was one, the character was black. I don't know if the guy himself is black, but the character was black. He started cussing at me and telling me to get the F out of there. No one wants me here. And he was just so mad. That was more funny than it was actually intimidating or douchebagging. So.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you like to role play Rec Room, you'll find a scene in Rec Room because there's people that they're doing all sorts of crazy stuff. It's almost like a make your own game type thing. People will make different lobbies and go in, and I'm sure there's probably something kind of erotic you can join to if that's
you could pretend to be bi.
You could pretend to be in a car driving 16 hours to go see a band.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. I would love that. I would love that immersive experience. Maybe I could feel like I'm actually in a fucking car driving 16 hours.
Have you ever heard of a Desert Bus?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I forgot, maybe it was a Nintendo game. It was a game back in the day where Penn and Teller actually made this video game with realistic. Well, it's coming to VR, but it's not in VR yet. And
they're just driving a bus in the desert, right?
Yeah. It's just hours and hours of driving a bus in the desert. Nothing happens.
Just like Truck Simulator.
There you go. It's like Truck Simulator.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
I mean, right now I doubt you're driving a van or a bus, but you could be in VR soon enough. So
it's true, right? That'd be so freaking awesome, dude.
Dude, it would be cool for the first 10 minutes, and then you wouldn't be able to do it. There's no way. Way too boring. Way too boring. Yeah. Okay. So I know you're so new that you may not really have looked forward, but are there any PSVR games that you've heard about that are coming out in the future that you'd be interested in?
I haven't really looked into it as much. I think what I'm mostly looking forward to, the types of games that I'm looking for in VR, I'm interested in that rhythm game you were telling me about earlier where you make your own music, developers of Creed. Interested in that, definitely. But as far as games coming, I want to see more horror games because I love games where I don't have to think, like Paranormal Activity. I don't have to think about anything. I just walk through this world. I'm not solving any puzzles. I'm just trying not to get scared shitless, and it's a great experience. Love that. Want more of that, and definitely want more of I don't know. I mean, yeah, the Rec Room sounds really cool. So I don't know. I'm kind of more interested in that. I mean, the Creed boxing game is awesome. I wish that there was more to it. It kind of feels empty, which is circling back to where I'm like, I wonder what VR is going to be like in 5 to 10 years, because VR just feels like it's got a really good start, but it's not quite. I just don't know if it's right where it needs to be yet. It definitely has room where it's going to be really, really cool in the future.
There's a lot of times when I'm playing games in PSVR, and I get the same feeling that I get when I play a really good game on the NES. I play the old school Zelda or the old school Metroid, and I'm like, man, I know this is really quality, but it's missing some of the finer touches that put their Super Nintendo counterparts over the top in terms of quality. So I feel like PSVR is in the NES era where we're kind of figuring out what kind of games work, what game design is fun and what people are going to enjoy playing. And then the next iteration, we're going to get like the Super Nintendo era where it's like, oh, we have this tried and true game design now to like layer things on top of it and really flesh out graphics or story or character design.
That's actually, yeah, that's a good point. So I guess Wii Sports would be Atari.
Yeah, Wii Sports would be like the Atari because it's just really like flipping around, flapping around. Yeah.
Dude, I just recently got a Wii again, and that has been so much fun. Like, just get all the boys over, get drunk, maybe even, bring over a VR headset and put it in between your legs, just some freak stuff. But yeah, here and send some Wii Sports. It's a pleasure. It's such a great time.
Dude, I love playing with my Wii. I'm not going to lie. I like it when other people play with my Wii, too.
I'm playing with it.
And once again, Adam's trying to hit on you again. So if you like scary games, then you're in luck because there's like a glut of scary games on the PSVR. You got Resident Evil 7. I don't know if you're a Resident Evil fan. It's a first-person Resident Evil game in VR. That's right at the top of the list of what you got to get. You can get it for $10 sometimes, like used at GameStop or something like that.
I already played it without VR when it first came out. That was the only thing that I was like, I already know. Yeah.
Dude, but VR is so much worse. See, here's the good thing, too. So Resident Evil 7, do you have Wipeout by chance?
I don't.
Okay. Skyrim, do you have Skyrim by chance?
I don't have it, but no. Well, I mean, I have it on like PC or something. I played like 20 minutes of it.
Do you have No Man's Sky for PlayStation?
No.
Okay. Because all those games were like flat games, but now Ace Combat, did you purchase Ace Combat?
No.
You need to buy more games, man. Buy more VR games.
Dude, I literally have Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Call of Duty
Unacceptable.
Modern Warfare Remastered, and that is it. I mean, they're my 3 VR games.
You need to buy more VR games. What I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you right now, the 3 games you need to go out and buy. You need to buy Resident Evil 7. You got to play it again, my friend. I'm sorry. It's the rule.
I already know the game.
You haven't played it in VR. You haven't played the game. Doesn't count, my friend. Then you need to go out. You need to purchase yourself a little game called Rez, R-E-Z. And it's what it's going to do is it's going to awaken your soul and make you a better human. And you can save while you play it. It might make it better for you. I don't know how that works. But you're going to play Rez. You're going to play through it and think it's okay. Then you're going to play Area X, and it's going to unlock a portion of your soul. And then what you're going to do next, my friend, is you're going to get a little game. You're going to get a little game called Moss, and you're going to be running around with a little mouse. And with that newly unlocked portion of your soul, you're going to create a bonded relationship with this little mouse in a game called Moss. Now, none of these are multiplayer, but what I'm trying to do, man, I'm trying to bring you into the fold and make you a well-rounded person. That's what VR does, man. It offers spiritual growth that other games don't have. And I'm not saying you're lacking in spirit, but VR is going to make you a better human. Let me be your shepherd to make you a better sheep for the VR community.
If you could get all that in writing, then I would definitely, I'd be right on top of it.
I'm reading it off of a script right now, and
I'm also interested, Alex, how you chose Moss instead of Astrobot or Ghost Giant.
Oh, Astrobot's a better answer. Astrobot. I didn't say Moss. I said Astrobot.
Look, he doesn't know what he's even talking about. You suck, Alex. All right. So I think right now, you have 3 games? So I say right now, Alex, we spin the wheel, we give this man a game, and then we tell him what to look for in that game. So the codes that we have left to give away, Monkey King, Light Tracer, Vertigo Home, and or Vertigo Gnome, if you read Reddit, or Table of Tales. So those are the games that we have codes for, North American keys. Alex, spin the wheel. Let's see what we're going to give him.
Let me spin the wheel.
Ooh, shit, nice sound. There you go.
Yeah, man, I'm spinning a wheel right now, dude. Calm down. I got to spin it. It goes slow. My friend, you won Table of Tales. Adam, I haven't played this game. You got to tell this guy what it's about.
Oh, Table of Tales. Okay. So this is a local multiplayer game. So if you bring a buddy over, you guys can play it then. Primarily, it's a single-person game.
Come over and play it? I mean,
say what?
You want to come over and play it? We can send it, dude.
Dude, I'm already on my way to Florida, dog. I already got the plane ticket. I'm bringing my PS4. I'm bringing the headset. I got 2
boots. Bring the tub of Vaseline.
Oh, condoms? Yeah, I got it, man. So pretty much it's a single-player, turn-based role-playing game. It's pretty neat. It's kind of – you ever play like Dungeons & Dragons?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Is that what that's called?
Yes, that's what it is, Adam. D&D.
Okay, so this is like a PSVR version of Dungeons & Dragons in a way. It's super neat. You control little figurines, and you move them, and the character has a certain number of like power points that they can attack enemies and things of that nature. I really like it. I think it's a great game. It's a newer game. Came out maybe 2 weeks ago. And so we'll send you the key for it. I think it'll be a good game. It's pretty immersive. It's pretty fun. And the fact you only have 3 freaking games for PSVR, this will be your 4th, and it will be a good one to start on. So we'll send it over. I'm glad you got that one of all of them. I was afraid you'd get Monkey King. Here's the thing. I know you're looking for cheap games. Don't purchase Monkey King. It's
Dang.
not good.
How are you going to shit on Monkey King like that?
Dude.
Right? Adam doesn't even know. He hasn't even tried it. Now, I have tried it, and you don't purchase Monkey King.
Oh. I'm going to get Monkey King just to show you guys how good it can be.
Oh,
I would absolutely love to see you experience Monkey King and somehow make it a game.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, dude, I want you to get to your concert safe. I know we appreciate your time. So before we go, tell me a little bit, I don't know if you have YouTube. I know you have Twitch because I watched you there. It was great. You had a video of you actually playing, which I think that's always better than someone just, seeing the gameplay. So tell us about your Twitch or YouTube or Twitter, whatever you want to.
I get the plug. Let's go. Sweet.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it.
No, well, yeah, you kind of caught me on an off night. Like, playing VR is not really the most interactive thing that I can do with my stream, but what my philosophy behind streaming is I want to pretty much interact with the chat, okay? I'm not playing a game with the stream in the background. I am streaming with a game in the background, okay? That's my entire philosophy. That's how I'm viewing streaming. So I'm usually not playing VR, guys, but when I am playing VR, you already know it's going to be on twitch.tv/MMFchallenger. But what you can find Monday through Friday after 5 p.m. Central Standard Time is Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and some Clone Hero on the PC. That is almost a given throughout the week, and then I'm going to splash in some random stuff just to keep you on your toes. That is kind of what I'm doing there. I do have a YouTube. I don't have it in a place that I want it to be yet. So, I mean, it's there. It's YouTube/MMFchallenger. And then, of course, my Twitter is @MMFchallenger. You can tweet me your dick pics. I won't report you.
Oh, won't? Dude, you better watch it. You might get demonetized. YouTube's a total biddy. YouTube will demonetize you.
I know, right? But, yeah, on Twitter, catch him. Catch him trying to demonetize me on Twitter, bro.
That's right. You get them. I hate getting demonetized.
Happens twice a week. Happens twice a week to us. We get demonetized. I got to call Mark Zuckerberg and tell him to call YouTube and get us our money back.
Yeah. All right. Joe, dude, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate the fact that, 1, you just decided to drive 16 hours to go see a concert, and 2, you spent some of this time with us. So we really appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, man, no problem. I appreciate being on. I hope that the listeners enjoyed me. Just an absolute PSVR noob, all right? But, hey, I'm learning it. I'm getting my toes wet.
And if you're listening, send this guy some recommendations. If you don't agree with me, make sure you send Twitter, MMF Challenger, male, female challenger. Send that to this dude. Let him know what games he needs to be playing before Adam gets all up in the butt cheeks and start filling them up with his recommendation, all the bad games.
Before he smears Nutella all over me and has his way.
Exactly. You know what's going on.
Go to Twitch and give him $100. That way he'll actually buy a couple games.
How do I get on Twitch? Yeah.
$100. I would take $1. Well, $100 my butt. Okay, we're going to continue with segment 3 coming up. Again, Joe, thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. We will be right back. Oh, sorry. I zoned out there. I'm trying to think of the sweet, sweet nothings I'm going to whisper into Joe's ear tonight. And I don't know. Should I go more about like face to butt or how nice his legs are? What should I tell him, Alex?
I don't know, man. You probably won't be able to tell him anything because his eardrums aren't going to be working after the concert. But I think if you try to talk into his butt, that might be your best bet. So, yeah, face to butt.
Ooh, I'll ride in his van. Ooh, I'll ride in his van so hard. I can't wait. His desert bus. Desert butt, maybe. Okay, so here's the thing. We have a butt ton, speaking of butts, we got a ton of sales. I love a sale. Alex, you love a sale. You, listener, I don't care who you are. I may not know exactly who's listening, but I know you love a sale. So let's go through all these sales. Let's tell you whether it's worth buying it or if you should pass and buy another game. Because seriously, there's how many are on here? 25?
I think it's 150 games in this sale, so let's get going.
150! Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, right off the bat, Mega Dimension Neptunia V2R, Adam, for $11.99. What you thinking?
You'd have to be in a different dimension to buy that. Don't buy that game.
It's a really long game. If you like JRPGs and cute anime girls, you might get it. Not for the VR, but just for the gaming. I thought it was really boring, but some people really dig it, and it's the lowest I've seen it. It's usually $60. Loading Human, Chapter 1, $7.99.
I almost bought this for $8 physical because I had a stretch where we were like, let's have physical versions, and then I realized game sucks. I looked at the reviews were horrible. No one liked it. It was very limited. Graphics weren't good. Plot was bad. Don't pay $8 for it.
Torn, $8.99.
Ooh, here's the thing. I didn't like Torn. I thought the puzzles were very one-dimensional, and the diversity is just sorely lacking. $8 is a good price, but I really didn't like the game. If you were really interested in it, maybe pull the trigger. Alex, would you pull the trigger for $9 here?
I'm actually thinking about it. Yeah, I think it's more my kind of game than your kind of game. I'd probably be interested in it for $8.99. That sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Mortal Blitzin for $5.99.
So Mortal Blitzin is actually a pretty cool little title. It's short. It's really short. The $20, no way. Although I do think they were going to add content to it from the last time I played it, which was granted a long time ago. I feel like $6 is a pretty fair price.
It's a good price for it.
Chick has some huge knockers in the game too. So if you like seeing knockers, I mean, it's just what? Like, why? Why does all these chicks have to have huge racks? It's like Unearthing Mars 2, which we'll talk about here maybe in a bit. Like, just have a normal chick, man. You're being too obvious with some of these racks you're displaying.
Why you got to complain about this new reality that we can get into?
Because it's not real. That's what makes it weird.
Talk to me about Merlin's A VR Adventure. Merlin's A VR Adventure, $5.99.
By the way, so we're intentionally mispronouncing these because there was a Reddit post. And
I should have explained, yeah.
Yeah, they put some of the games that were on sale, and I guess they didn't realize, or I don't know what it was, but I mean probably 10 games the person butchered. Like it was Vertigo Gnome, it was Mortal Blitzin, it was Merlin's.
Don't spoil them. We got more coming up.
Okay, that's true. So, I mean, like, it was hilarious. Alex and I got a good kick out of it, so that's why we're mispronouncing these. Mervils, regardless. I wish it were Merlin's. Maybe it would be better. It's still not worth $6. Don't buy that.
I have it, but I haven't played it. Space Junkers for $14.79.
Actually, if you haven't played Merlin's, that sounds like a good MAYDAYS. You got to play that game.
Yeah. That'll be on the MAYDAYS for sure.
Yeah, that's Mayday. Space Junkers, I'm not really feeling it. From what I gathered, the PSVR people or the computer people were just a lot better because the tracking is a little better. It's a little more responsive. Something about their gameplay with their systems leads to quicker, like, ease of movement and aiming, and pretty much you just get absolutely shellacked as a PSVR player. If I want to die in 30 seconds, I'll just play Firewall. So I think I'm going to avoid Space Junkies, even though it's only $14.79.
It looks like a multiplayer deathmatch version of Detached. I'm all aboard, man. I'm going to get it for $15. That looks really good. And they're really active trying to get the controls down good. I think they might be throwing in aim support soon, so I'm going to get it while it's on sale, man. Got it on sale. Sprint Vector for $11.99.
See, this is a pretty good price in that game. It's a game that you purchased. I don't even know if you've played it once. That's another Maydays game for sure. The only thing with that is I really don't like sweating that much in the game. Also, I'm assuming the multiplayer is taking a huge hit because it's an older game. So, I don't know. I personally wouldn't purchase it, but if you were interested in this game, I think it's one that definitely for $12. That's about as cheap as you're going to get it.
Knockout League for $14.99.
So this, I wasn't a huge fan of Knockout League, honestly. I have played it, and it just, I don't know, wasn't that great. I wouldn't spend $15 for it.
Unearthing Mars for $7.49.
Unearthing Mars, I love that. Also, so I actually played the second Unearthing Mars. I didn't play the first one. I know the first one is worse. $7.49. Honestly, I wouldn't do it. I would buy the second one for that, but not the first.
Monster of the Deep, Final Fantasy 15, $14.99.
Ooh, see, I mean, I like this game quite a bit. It's definitely going to be a Maydays in there too. Probably not the most fun to watch. I also like fishing. I'm considering getting the platinum, but it is going to take hours and hours. It's a fun game. If you like fishing, if you are kind of at all interested in it, I think it's very well worth it. I mean, you are going to get so much more than $15 worth of value out of it. It's just, can you play it for 30 hours? Because you could, but could you personally handle the gameplay for 30 hours?
You get Cindy Arms jugs. That's what you get for $15.
Oh, dude, those good jugs.
Gun Club VR for $12.49.
Dude, those jugs, you couldn't go buy.
It's not in Gun Club, Adam. We moved on.
Oh, Gun Club, I'm not going to buy this, no.
I already bought it. I haven't played it, but they have a new sandbox mode that people are raving about. It's a shooting range game, but it's like an interactive shooting range where you can change the rules of the shooting range. It looks like it's really fun. It's probably going to be.
How many games have you purchased and not played?
I told you, man, I'm locked and loaded to knock you down a peg in May.
Holy crap. Maydays, you have 31 games you haven't even purchased and you haven't played yet. That's what Maydays.
Speaking of games I've purchased and haven't played, Rush VR for $12.49, Adam.
You're an idiot. I hate you. You are so stupid. This looks like it could be a very good game. I heard good things about it right off the bat, and then I haven't heard anything about it yet or again. But the thing is, everyone, that's what I'm telling you. I don't trust these people reviewing games, dude, even the ones I know and love, because they're so optimistic. I don't know. I'm probably not going to buy it, but $12.50, I don't know if this is good or not.
Code 51 Mech Arena, $9.99.
I mean, it's 50% off, but Code 51, I just didn't like it. I thought it was very slow. It was definitely a mech battle game. You could tell it wasn't that good. Unless you really love fighting robots, I would not. When I played, it didn't have single player. I don't know if that changed. I don't think so. I would not buy it.
If I buy it, will you play it with me? Just for one night. Just one night, Adam. Please, I'm begging you, just one night with me.
But here's the thing. I'm going to say no because I'm going to do you a favor and not let you waste that $10.
Instead, we're going to spend $9.99 on Toho Kabuto 5 Burst Battle. Are you getting it?
Kabuto, yes. No, I don't even know what this is, so I don't know.
18 floors, $8.99.
I'll pay $18 not to pay $8.99 for it. Stupid
deal. Send me $18 right now. In the meantime, why don't you get the Walker for $5.99?
I mean, you're the one who played this game. It looked very simple, very one-dimensional. But I mean, I don't know, $6 at that point. It's so cheap.
That's my sweet spot. Yeah.
But then it's why? If it's just one of those games, it's it's average. It's worth $6, but are you really going to enjoy playing it? Probably
I enjoyed playing it. I enjoyed the presence. The setting is really nice. The enemies are lackluster. The combat can be fun, but it's repetitive. I'm going to tell you, you're going to get like 30 minutes to an hour of enjoyment out of it. And then after that, you're probably not going to need to touch it again. But $6, it's definitely worth $6. It's an enjoyable game for $6. That is a perfect price for it. It's not awesome. It's a great deal, I think, for $6. That's exactly what it's for. Go in with the exact right expectations. It's nothing amazing, but it's very enjoyable, and $6 is a wonderful price for it. Guns and Stories Bulletproof VR for $11.99, Adam.
It's a joke. Not even half off. F you. Game's not that good. If it's not 50% off or more, don't even consider it.
Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, $35.99.
First of all, is this a sale or an effing ripoff? Because I feel like I'm still getting my anus ripped into. No, I'm not buying that.
So I'm a fan of the Persona games, but I have not played Persona 5. If this game had a lot of VR content, I would actually be tempted to actually purchase this and go forward with it. But I haven't played Persona 5, and I think it's just VR modes. I'm going to have to do some research. It's a high price, but I could watch some of those Persona people dance a little bit. That'd be kind of fun. Prison Boss Haas VR for $11.99.
I was actually pretty excited for this game because it's another one of those kind of like not taking yourself seriously, kind of job simulator looking type of games. I like Surgeon Simulator. I like those games like that. Sadly, we didn't get a code, and it's typically $20, which I definitely wasn't going to pay. $11.99. I mean, come on, give us half off. I'll buy it at 50%, but I'm not going to pay any more than 50%.
I just, like I said, I got an Xbox One recently, and I've been looking at games to get for it, and I totally forgot that games are normally $60 when they come out because we get spoiled with the low prices of games on PSVR. Like, the highest you're going to see is like a $39.99 game. Typically, the games start off at like $29.99 and drop down to $20 in short order. So I just want to comment that we're kind of spoiled with how cheap the games are. I know they're not as expensive and fleshed out as the full-featured flat games, but, that's a good price. The 20 and under era is here on the PlayStation VR. I love it. Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, Adam. If you had to get Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight or Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight, which one would you get for $35.99?
Oh, gosh. I guess 5 because that should be the better one since it's later. I don't know.
No, both games came out at the same time. This is
stupid.
This is a dancing rhythm game based on the RPGs Persona 3, which came out on the PlayStation 2 and the PS1 maybe, and the PSP, and Persona 5, which came out on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. And if it came out on the Xbox, I should get it for that. But these are like a dancing mode game of those games. You're not going to get it. I'm
going to fart in a jar and send it to the developers. That's stupid.
Apex Construct, $19.99.
I mean, I already have this, but it's a very good game. I would purchase that game if you do not have it. It's good. It's a solid 7 to an 8. Probably I would get listed 7.5.
Yeah, if the story was finished, I would give it an 8. Bugs Boxer VR for $11.89.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I know that game, like I know it exists, but I don't know anything about it. So I'm sorry, but I see it at the full price is like $16.99. So it's not that much of a. I don't know. Save 30%. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Unearthing Mars 2: The Ancient War, $13.99.
Ooh, Unearthing Mars. Nice. Unearthing Mars 2. This one I have played. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought this game was going to suck on ice, but it had an all right plot. The gameplay was pretty fun. It was definitely challenging. It was much better than I thought it would be. It's pretty immersive. The graphics were, if I remember, pretty good. The last boss, totally. Holy crap, did you have to have skill? $14. I would like to see it at 10 before it was like a boom. You definitely need to buy it. The good thing is it's definitely better than Unearthing Mars 1. And I didn't play Unearthing Mars 1. I played the second one, and I feel like I lost nothing by not playing the first one. So if you're going to play one of them, buy the second.
I want a $20 bundle with Unearthing Mars 1 and 2. Then I'll purchase it. Adam, Sega Genesis Classics for $20.99. Are you going to get it?
No.
If you want to play Sega Genesis games and pretend that you're in like a 90s room, like a 90s kids room playing video games on a CRT TV, it's actually a surprisingly fun experience. a lot of these games had their charm because they had that fuzzy resolution. They don't have the HDified graphics. And with VR, you can kind of simulate that like you're playing on a CRT TV. It's cool. I enjoy this game. If you like playing old Genesis games, some of the classics like Phantasy Star 2 and stuff, this will be right up your alley. Adam, Home Sweet Home for $20.99.
Here's the thing. I really like Home Sweet Home. I think it only behind Resident Evil 7 is the scariest game. And even then, I mean, it's neck and neck. This is a scary effing game right here. And it's really good. I'm really glad I played it. It's probably 4 hours. And by the end of the 4 hours, you're going to be at wit's end because it's just so stressful. So I feel like $21, it's worth it, but I would have liked to see it be on a bigger sale.
Okay, Adam, they did all the hard work for us, and they combined Persona Dancing in Starlight and Dancing in Moonlight. We can just get Persona Dancing Endless Night Collection for $69.99.
If it were $69 straight, I would buy it. That extra 99 cents, screw it.
Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams. They're releasing this in physical form, and they have they've updated a lot of it. I should go back to it. Maybe I'll do that in the MAYDAYS. It's $17.49. Adam, what do you think?
No, I watched that game. Even if they added a little bit to it, unless they completely changed the game, it wouldn't be worth $18.
It could be a good game with some polishing, but really I think you should just get Zing first, and then if you want more of that, get Mind Labyrinth as like a lower version of Zing. Roller Coaster Legends 2 Thor's Hammer for $4.49.
So this is one of those games that definitely would be, it's an experience, and it would be decent if you had a lot of people trying PSVR. Like next week, I'm going to take my PSVR to a friend, and because he hasn't really experienced PSVR or VR at all, I'm going to put him in this. It's perfect for that. If you're going to do a lot of that type of stuff, I think that's a good price and worth purchasing. Otherwise, it's definitely not worth $5 because once you play it once, twice max by yourself, you're not going to want to play it again.
Okay, Adam, you need to get this game, Borderlands 2 VR for $37.49. Will you pull the trigger?
No.
It's
$37.
It's a big, long game. They just released all the DLC for it. They upped the level cap. You can have multiple characters. Now, the only thing missing now is multiplayer. If they had that, it would be a complete Borderlands experience, and you're still not going to buy it?
When they come out with multiplayer, I'll buy it on eBay for a cheaper price. How about that?
You are so great at advising people on sales. Adam, Paper Dolls for $12.74.
No, I didn't think that game was very good. It's supposed to be scary. I mean, it has its moments, but it's not an enjoyable game.
Drone Striker for $7.49.
So you played this as a wave shooter. You enjoyed it, though. Probably at a decent price, under $10 for a game. How long was it? A couple hours? It wasn't very long.
Yeah, you'll probably get through it. 2 playthroughs, that'll be 2 or 3 hours. It's worth it for that price. It's a fun arcade shooter. It's not a wave shooter. It's an arcade shooter. It's on-rails arcade shooter like Area 51 or something like that. I really liked it. I thought it was fun. You could play with the moves or the DualShock or the aim controller. I think the move was the best one. It just felt really cool holding the gun with the. It's a fun game. I really like it. For $7.49, that's a good price. It's normally $10, so whatever. I don't know why you'd buy it now and not then. Table of Tables, The Crooked Crown for $15.99.
See, I said buy it at full price. Now it's $15.99. Buy it, man. You're going to get tons of game. I mean, I played it an embarrassingly long amount to platinum it, but one playthrough is going to take you about 4 hours for all the dialogue and everything, and that's worth the $16. Each character, there are 4 characters. Each one of them have their own gameplay element. So you really have to play the game 4 times to see everything. It's very well made. It's a little janky. Had a couple weird issues, but definitely buy that game.
So this game, I didn't know it came out. I think we covered it on a release or something like that. Upcoming games. Mini Mech Mayhem for $15.99. Adam, are you interested in this now? You liked Table of Tales. This might be something kind of similar for you.
Yeah, I'm low-key interested in it, but honestly, at this point, because it's a pre-order.
Is it pre-order? It's not out yet? Oh, it releases June 18th. My bad, guys. I'm not even talking about it. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's on sale for pre-order, so technically you're right. but I actually pre-ordered Everyone's Golf and Wolfenstein Cyberpilot. So because I already pre-ordered those, I'm probably not going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this either. Or not now, because I did purchase those others.
All right. How about Super Amazeballs for $3.99?
See, this one of the whole list, this is the one I might pull the trigger on.
Just 'cause this is the cheapest one, you big cheapskate.
No, it's because you talked about how good the music was. And it seems like an intriguing game. Also, if it has a platinum, do you know if it has a platinum?
It does not have a platinum.
Bah, okay. I still may buy it because you said you really like the music. And I like those. It's kind of like a geometric game. Something about those type of games I like. So,
yeah, it's fun. The tracking can be annoying sometimes, but if you get a good setup, a good tracking setup where you don't have too much irritation going on, it can be a good time. All right, Adam, last game on the list, Deadland VR for $2.49.
Ooh, I almost bought this yesterday because I was looking through the sales and I was like, what can I play? Because, at
how
the table.
How bad can it be, right?
Apparently it's pretty bad. It looks like trash, and that's even on the trailer. So I would not purchase that. Also, everyone who's played it has said it's real bad.
Well, we're going to put it on the Mayday, Adam, and you're going to be responsible for playing it. How about that?
I'm not playing it. Okay, back now. So those are the games on sale. So there's a lot of them for you guys to choose from. Now we want to talk about some news. So first part, or I guess segment of news, whatever, AIM support for Megalith, which is pretty cool. I enjoy Megalith. They need to freaking not worry about AIM support. They need to come out with some new effing maps and some new characters. So
they're coming out with a new character, and they updated the map a little bit, and they're working on new maps. So there's also the free trial mode, so it costs you nothing to even try the game. And I'm interested. The game will be fun with the AIM controller because the controls are one of the areas where it kind of suffers a little bit. I don't know how AIM is going to work with that character Tar that just does like the slashing, but for the gun-toting characters or the guy who shoots the crossbow, it could be really, really fun, really enjoyable. So really, if they give us like 2 or 3 more maps, I'm back on board, baby. I really like this game. I'm kind of mad that you didn't like it, Adam.
One map. Give us more maps.
Yeah, maybe the updates have something cool in it. I should play it again soon.
So also this next thing sounds like Maydays. Am I right?
It's a big Mayday release. This might be my inaugural Mayday game. Conrad the Kitten 2.0. That's right. They have released more stuff for Conrad the Kitten. I cannot wait to jump back in here because guess what, guys? Conrad the Kitten himself has kittens, baby. We got a little tiny cat carrying around his own little tiny cats. There's kittens everywhere, guys, and I don't think you have to clean up their poop. This is great. This is exactly what you want in a kitty cat simulator. Adam, are you going to buy Conrad the Kitten when it comes out?
Here's the thing. I really like Conrad the Kitten. I think it's an adorable game. I have to see if you can eat the turds. I know you don't have to clean them up, but can you eat them? If not, it's going to take a hit for me. But I don't know. I feel like it's one of those games that would be adorable to play for like 30 minutes, but then like, am I really going to play it? No.
You're in luck. The game times you, and you can only play it for about 30 minutes a day. Then you have to stop and go do something else.
No. I'm talking about I don't want to play it ever after 30 minutes.
Well, that's just not nice.
It's not. But Upload VR, they have a VR E3 event, which is pretty cool. I mean, I knew obviously they were very big, but to have their own like E3 for VR, that's pretty nuts. I'm also assuming it's all VR, not just PSVR. June 10th is the date. I don't know. I may or may not watch it. I'm going to see. I don't know. In the first how long will it take for us to realize if this is legit?
So I am just interested because it sounds like they're in contact with people to do game announcements, VR game announcements through Upload VR, the E3 event. Now, what concerns me is that maybe it's going to be very PC VR heavy because, Oculus doesn't have their own press conference at E3, or they normally don't. A lot of these PC outlets don't have their own press conference at E3, so they might be going to Upload VR to do that. That'll be disappointing because as much as I like VR, I just don't have the time for PC VR or Oculus Quest or anything. If there's PSVR stuff in there, I'll be excited, but Sony's going to have their own state of play, I'm sure, something similar to that happening around that time. So I'm just excited somebody's picking up the VR banner at E3 and giving VR the representation it deserves at E3 because it is like its own console these days.
It is. Next thing, Arizona Sunshine. There's another DLC coming in June. Honestly, I hope it's the first one. I guess was decent content for like the $3 it cost, but like it still wasn't that good.
Yeah, it was super cheap, and I made the comment on Twitter, said, "Oh, let's hope it's more than the 15 minutes they gave us last time." And people were like, "No, you don't get it. They gave you 45 minutes." And I was like, "Yeah, man, it's like 45 minutes. That's all right. It's $3. I didn't say I got ripped off. I just want more than 45 minutes out of my Arizona Sunshine add-on material. I don't want to get hyped for 45 minutes is what I'm saying. I don't want to anticipate and be excited and finally it releases and I have 45 minutes to enjoy the experience."
I don't know what this next thing is, so I'm going to let you mention it.
No. Firmament. It's a game by Cyan Worlds. The people who made and I guess refused to update Obstruction, people seem excited about it. It reached their Kickstarter goal, so it's almost all but guaranteed to be coming to PSVR. Maybe if they go with PSVR in their goals right off the bat, they're going to be able to make a better implementation than they did with Obstruction. But people are excited about it. They're the people who brought you Myst, I believe. So I'm a fan of adventure games in VR. I think it's where adventure games need to be is in VR. So I'll get excited about this announcement. I'm excited about any VR game announcement. So that's why we're discussing it.
It is. Speaking of announcements, upcoming games. So we got Box VR. So this is a PC VR game originally. Now it's on PSVR. Essentially, it looks as a rhythm game, music enhanced. It's kind of like boxing, where you're boxing different notes and things that are coming at you in a rhythmic manner, of course. And so it's kind of almost like Beat Saber with boxing, so you're going to be swinging it up. And, I mean, I don't know. I think I really enjoy Beat Saber. This seems like it obviously isn't going to be as fun as Beat Saber, but I don't know. What do you think, Alex? I'm just not on board with these games that you know you're going to sweat like a pig in.
So I think this game, like they know it's like a workout game. It's designed to be kind of like an exercise game. I love boxing. I'm always boxing when I play VR. Even if I'm not supposed to be boxing, I'm shadow boxing, moving my hands around. I just can't get enough of it. So if they make like a Beat Saber type thing where there's a rhythm and I'm punching with the rhythm, I'm all about that. I would love boxing minigames. I want to punch as much stuff as I can in VR. So I'm excited about this. And also it says it's designed to destroy calories in the most entertaining way ever devised. I got calories to destroy, man. So let's get going with this. I gotta lose this belly fat. Got to get that beach bod ready for the MAYDAYS.
Get those MAYDAYS going. All right. So, Alex, right before we end here, here's my thinking for MAYDAYS. My first game, I think I'm going to go straight for Trainer VR. I've been wanting to play that game. I want to blow some effing cows up. I know others may not be that interested in it, but I'm a big fan of the game. I think it's really fun. I don't know if they've come up with an update since the last time I've played it. It would be cool if they did, but even if they didn't, I'm ready to play some Trainer VR. I also want to speed run Doom VFR. I know I can beat it in an hour and a half pretty easily, so maybe I can beat that, but that's definitely like a good stream's length. I haven't played it in a while. I like the game, so I'm going to do that. I don't know. So those are two games I know in the first week I'm definitely going to play. What's on your docket?
Well, we already mentioned one, man. I got a slipper in my house that has been lacking petting. So I'm going to strap in the Move controller into my wife's slipper, and I'm going to be petting Conrad the Kitten 2.0. And I'm going to get little tiny slippers to surround myself with so I have Conrad the Kitten's kittens. That's going to be on my Mayday. And then we're also, we're here to get platinums is what we're doing, guys. I'm here to wreck Adam. I'm going to destroy him. And so you're going to see me playing some Chroma Gun VR. You're going to see me finishing up Zing VR. And that's what we're going to be doing right off the bat. So if you don't like what we're saying, if you don't like what we're putting forward, let us know. You need to contact us and tell us what you want to see us play. We are all ears, baby. If you want to see Adam play Persona Dancing in the Starlight, he will cough up the $69.99
No.
those games. To put it on the golden stream for you guys. Maybe he won't. I don't know. If you donate $100 like Joe apparently got, then I don't think he would not do it. Adam's stingy and cheap. He would keep the money. He'd spend it on Burger King.
If anyone gives us money, I will buy whatever game that they want. I would not care. It could be the worst game known to man. I would buy it and I would play it.
How much do I have to pay to make you play 18 floors again?
Oh.
Because that's what we're talking about, Adam. That's what we're talking about. You're playing 18 floors again. I'm playing Stifled. I'm sorry. That's what I'm playing. I'm playing Stifled. That's what I'm going to start off the stream with probably is Stifled. You guys get off my back.
$18. That's what I'd have to play.
Well, let's start a GoFundMe, $18 to get Adam to play 18.
Or I'll even be nicer. I'll split it up. I'll do I don't know. I'll do $4 per floor. How about that? There's 4 floors.
Oh my goodness! I don't want to watch you play the game. I don't want to hear you talk about it anymore. Let's just move on, Adam. Do you have anything else you got to talk about?
Dude, I'm excited for MAYDAYS. I really am. Really, please, 9:30 Eastern. Come watch us play some games. I'm excited to see Alex actually catch up on some of his backlog. I love me some VR. For some reason, it's tough to go back and play previous games unless you have a reason. I don't know why that's the case, but now we have that reason, and I'm ready to play some games, baby. I want Area Exit up again. I want to go and play these games I haven't played in a while. And I think there's going to be some pleasant surprises. Like, some games are fun to play, but there's no real reason to play them again. And that's what it's going to be about. And that's why I'm excited. MAYDAYS for days.
Yeah, we got a reason to play, and that reason is you, listeners. That reason is you, viewers. So thank you for listening to Play PSVR, the podcast. If you haven't, check out our new janky website where we're still trying to get things in order. The website works. You can go there now. It is www.playpsvr.com. And if you're worried about your identity being stolen, let me tell you, we have an SSL certificate that was much harder to put in place than I ever anticipated. So you're going to get an HTTPS in front of your URL when you try to go to our website. Thank us later. Send us an email at our brand spanking new email address, contact@playpsvr.com. We did that so that you know we are authentic. None of that Gmail business. Now, if you send one to the Gmail thing, of course we're going to answer it because Adam and I really don't know how to use email other than Gmail. But send us a message at contact@playpsvr.com and we will get back to you because we want all the love, we want all the hate, we want everything you have for us. And you know what? While you're at it, I've been trying to reach her. She's not returning my calls. If you can contact your mom and have her get on Twitter and follow us at Play PSVR, we would love that. We'd follow her back. We don't know what her handle is. She won't give it to us. So you have her follow us so we can slide up in them DMs and get communicating with her about what she wants to see us play on the MAYDAYS. And then while you're at it, leave us a review on iTunes, comment on YouTube. Join us weekly on our Golden Stream. And if you hate us, that's the perfect time to do it. We do it Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central. It's a good time, and it's basically just a hate fest on whoever is streaming at the time. And it's been me the past 2 or 3 times, and I'm just getting tons of hate thrown my way, and I love it. I couldn't imagine a better way to stream. It's fantastic, and I'm looking forward to it happening every single day in the MAYDAYS coming up. So thank you for listening. I want to thank Joe for taking time out of his 8-hour drive to talk to us on his dying phone about his new VR games. And I also want to say thanks to our listeners in Japan. You're the ones out there making us a worldwide phenomenon. Thanks for listening to Play PSVR, where virtual reality is our reality. Have you played Immortal Legacy? Have you played Immortal Legacy?
Yeah.